It was never meant to last. A tower of iron rising into the Parisian sky, ridiculed, mocked, and dismissed as an eyesore. To many, it was an industrial skeleton, a monstrosity that disfigured the soul of Paris. And yet, it endured. And today it stands not just as a monument of metal, but as a symbol of revolution, resilience, and beauty reborn through bold defiance. This is the story of the Eiffel Tower, a structure once hated, now beloved, and the legacy it carved into the heart of France and the world. Welcome to Legacy Unearthed, where the greatest legends come to life. Chapter 1: A Tower for the World's Fair. The year was 1889. Paris was preparing to host the Exposition Universelle, the World's Fair, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. The French government wanted something extraordinary, something modern, something that would make a statement. Enter Gustave Eiffel, an engineer with a vision that defied tradition. His proposal, a 300-meter iron tower unlike anything the world had ever seen. Not a palace, not a statue, a tower of steel reaching into the clouds. The public response? Outrage. Artists, architects, and writers penned scathing letters to newspapers. One called it a tragic street lamp. Another called it a monstrous piece of metal. Even the great Guy de Maupassant, a literary titan, dined at the base of the tower just to avoid seeing it. And yet, construction went on. Chapter 2: Forged in Iron. Despite the protests, Gustave Eiffel pushed forward. Over 18,000 iron parts, held together by 2.5 million rivets, began to rise from the Champ de Mars. The structure took 2 years, 2 months, and 5 days to complete. It was a marvel of engineering, not only for its scale but for its precision. Workers toiled through harsh winters and scorching summers, guided by mathematical calculations that were revolutionary for the time. The tower curved gracefully upward, tapering like a needle into the sky. And when it opened in March 1889, all of Paris came to see it. Whether out of awe or curiosity, the crowds gathered. Critics fell silent. The impossible had been made real. Chapter 3: More than a monument. What started as a symbol of defiance soon became a beacon of modernity. The Eiffel Tower was supposed to be dismantled after 20 years. That was the deal. But something strange happened. Paris began to fall in love. In the early 20th century, the tower became a scientific hub. Eiffel allowed meteorological and radio experiments to take place in its upper levels. Later, during World War I, the tower's antenna intercepted German radio communications, aiding the French army in ways no one could have predicted. The iron skeleton was proving to have a soul. Chapter 4: Occupation and Resistance. During World War II, the Eiffel Tower bore witness to one of its darkest chapters. When Nazi Germany invaded Paris, Hitler ordered that the tower be demolished, a symbol of French pride to be reduced to rubble. But the order was never executed. Instead, the French cut the lift cables so the Nazis couldn't ascend. The tower stood tall, proud, and inaccessible. It remained a silent sentinel as Paris endured occupation, resistance, and finally, liberation. When Allied forces reclaimed the city, the Eiffel Tower once again became a symbol, not of defeat, but of enduring strength. Chapter 5: Reinvention and Redemption. In the post-war years, the Eiffel Tower became more than an architectural marvel. It became an icon. It transformed from the object of ridicule into the face of Paris. Artists painted it. Tourists flocked to it. Films and photographs immortalized it. Today, over 7 million people visit the tower each year. Its silhouette graces postcards, jewelry, fashion, and even emojis. But few remember that it was nearly torn down, that it was once called grotesque. Its transformation wasn't just architectural, It was cultural, a triumph of vision over tradition, of future over fear. Chapter 6. The Legacy of Gustave Eiffel. Gustave Eiffel didn't just build a tower, he built a legacy. The Eiffel Tower inspired the Age of Steel, influencing bridges, skyscrapers, and modern engineering across the globe. His creation taught the world that beauty is not always immediate. Sometimes it is born from boldness, from risking ridicule, from standing alone. Eiffel died in 1923. He didn't live to see how beloved his tower would become, but perhaps he didn't need to, because he believed in it when no one else did. Conclusion: a tower meant to fall, now impossible to imagine without. What began as a temporary exhibition structure now stands as a timeless monument, not only to human innovation, but to the courage of going against the grain. In the Eiffel Tower, we see more than iron. We see imagination made real, a rejection of limits, a reminder that what is mocked today may become the masterpiece of tomorrow. This is Legacy Unearthed,